Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 9 of The Legend of Vox Machina. Season 2 is upon us. So, not that I'm like, we need to get these done, but like, I want to get this done so I am fresh and ready for season 2. I have not watched the trailer. I might do that after I finish watching these episodes. I definitely, I sometimes, I love watching trailers because it gets me excited. But sometimes I don't like watching them because they give too much away. And I like being surprised. I like not knowing what it is. I didn't watch a trailer for Vox Machina. I had no idea what it was about. Mildly. Xander had told me a little bit about it, and my friend Olivia had told me a little bit about it, just kind of expectations. So I'm definitely looking forward to finishing this up and moving on with everybody else. I mean, there's people that are going to know what happened in the campaigns, and they're like probably eagerly awaiting certain things. And then there's me, who I don't really know much about the campaigns, and I'm still excited. And I like that I don't know anything, and I like that I'm kind of going into it blind because I just get to enjoy it without like anticipation of like, oh, is so and so going to turn somebody into a unicorn and stab Delilah Briarwood in the face? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that even happens. I don't know if the Briarwoods make it out of this season. That would be a shame if like the Briarwoods are done and gone. But at the same time, Delilah is terrifying. Silas is like awesome. Like together they are like an amazing couple. Like they are very supportive of each other. They are there for each other. They are on like Team Briarwood together. But the fact that she has that whole chamber full of the residuum, and it's amplifying her powers so much. I mean, that explains why she's able to keep like the sun tree from like growing, and that there is all of her magic that is around the roots. It does not help that Keyleth set it on fire. Why not? But and then she's like raising up wraiths. She's raising up the dead. Like now there's a horde of zombies that are, going into town. Which it's funny because someone pointed out that like I thought that the cliffhanger from the previous episode when Cassandra had her throat cut, that was that was like a really harsh cliffhanger, but a horde of zombies, no big deal. I feel like The Walking Dead has desensitized us to zombies. One of my worst nightmares is, zombies and being eaten alive by a zombie. Like 28 Days Later ones where they like chase you, and like if you're dead and dying, you should have decaying flesh and you shouldn't have great muscle tissue, and you should be pulling hammies left and right. So the fact that they don't and they still want to eat me is terrifying. So I like that Scanlan and me are on the same page. It's like, yeah, it's my worst fucking nightmare. Cool. I really, me and Scanlan are like simpatico. Like, well, some instances. I've never shot cock lightning before, but um, there's a joke there and there's a way that I could take that, but I'm not going to. But just so you know, I could. If we were sitting having some beers together, the shit that comes out of my mouth, you would probably enjoy. But this is on the internet. It's for forever, and my father watches it. Hi, Dad. I feel like this is where we're gonna see like Vex like really shine with like the arrows and shooting the zombies. Grog can probably take his axe and just chop some heads off like crazy. Keyleth, can she turn into a tiger and eat somebody? Or, like can roots come up out of the ground and go through brains? Vax, I'm not quite sure what he can do, but I'm sure it's magical. And then we need Pike. It seemed like Pike was connecting with the Everlight, and she was like figuring out like her block, and a lot of it had to do with like what she was going through internally, almost like she was judging herself. It wasn't even that the Everlight was judging her. Now I know that her pendant was broken by Delilah, and in the campaign something different happened. I'm interested to see, because it's almost like she felt guilty, and she was like losing a lot of like herself in like the bloodlust that she was having and the fun that she was having, being with her friends, drinking, being in debauchery, I could see that. I could see that. And she felt that there was something wrong with that, and she felt guilty about that. And like the Everlight's pretty much just like the Everlight doesn't care. You care. So, I think she has to kind of forgive herself a little bit for the stuff that she's done and continues to do. And I feel like religion, not to like get like soapboxy preachy or anything, because like that's not really me, but like I feel like religion makes you feel guilty for wanting to be who you are and what makes you happy. And that's kind of like a way to showcase it, but then having like the actual, source of the belief tell you that like no, like you can be whoever you want to be. Pike has to be okay with it. So the journey back to our group for Pike, I mean, I'm sure by the end of the season she will make it back to them. I just don't know how long that's going to take and if we're going to get like the whole group back together for a couple episodes. Especially I think Scanlan would really like to see Pike again. And maybe that was kind of the reason why, like, she, like, when he, like, flirted with her, that she was just kind of like, because who could resist Scanlan? He's suave. He's awesome. And he's open. And, he lives his life as Scanlan, as free and as open as possible. And he is who he is, So it's just like take a page out of Scanlan's book. Not necessarily the way Scanlan is, but be free like Scanlan is. The fact that Vex and Keyleth are kind of getting a little bit better with each other. Not that Keyleth ever had like an issue with Vex. It's interesting how Vex like doesn't want Vax to have anybody else in his life, even though she had that bond with Percy and was, holding his hand, talking to him. She kind of has this bond with Scanlan, like in a little brotherly sort of way. So it's like maybe she'd be more open to the idea of like allowing Keyleth to be, I don't know, a person other than her that Vax can go to. I don't know, love triangles and groups anyway are just kind of ick. So like they don't have to get together. Like he can meet another person along the way. That's perfectly fine. So can Keyleth. I feel like they spend a lot of time with each other, so they know each other well. They have shared trauma as well as shared victories. So I guess why not? Grog, I'm sure, is going to say something dumb. Isn't that profound that I just said that? But I'm sure it's going to be delightful. Him playing off of Scanlan and vice versa is always like something that I look forward to. Their little quips. And even when Vax kind of gets in there and says stuff too, it's just really enjoyable. Okay, so we have a zombie horde. We have a rebel group that has now been brought together under the Dorolo crest, which pisses off Delilah, and she's sicking the zombies on them. Cassandra is free. She's going to go back to the group. I want to see more Archie. I don't know if we are done with a Duke or Dookie. Because like I said, no body, no death. So if we get more of Rory, I will be elated. I know we're going to get more Archie, so more Dominic. Exciting. Super exciting. I like the voice cameos, but I like that they are like great characters. Like even Stephen Root, playing what's his name? Anders. Whoo, whoo. But yeah, even Stephen Root playing Anders is delightful. I sometimes love when I can recognize somebody's voice and I'm like, that's who it is. But the fact that I didn't means that they're actually great voice actors, that they are playing a role and it's not easy to pick them out. Okay, guys, looking forward to this. Looking forward to smashing some brains of some zombies. Always looking forward to a Grog Rage and a Keyleth goof up some way, somehow. She does like something great and then it's just like, fix it. But looking forward to a lot of those and a Scanlan moment. I need a Scanlan song. I need something Perverted said. I need a little bit of blood, guts, and gore, which I'm sure I'm going to get with a Hombie Zorde. A zombie horde. Dear God, let's get into it. Hombie Zorde. Oh. Who this be? Is this a backstory?
This is not the end.
Oh, she gonna do something. Throw out your garlic, go find a vampire, have him go bite your husband. Sounds weird. Oh, well, that's awesome and terrifying at the same time. not gonna lie, couples goals. Couples goals. She loves him. That's the one. I would not open that book. Ew. Ah. I know he's dying, but he looks good in that bed. I just want to point that out. Cool visual.
It worked.
Yes, my love. I feel better.
Yeah,
Different.
very different.
You are more precious to me than you'll ever know. Trust in the Whispered One, for we are his blood.
What did you do, my dear?
Raised the dead. I'm so happy we got that backstory. I mean, so was she never involved with magic before? She just happened to know that that library was there and to go get that book? But she didn't know what Silas was going to turn into. So. Oh, and thank you for the people in the comments for telling me that Percy's the only one that has a gun in this world. Like, he's the one that created guns. A gun. As far as I know. That the pepper box is the only gun that exists. Oh, back here. They're not going to come back. Right? Oh, for the love of God. Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
Aren't these things supposed to be slow?
That's what I said. The king muscle. Like, they should not be able to move fast.
Where'd they all come from?
The ground. That's where all dead people live.
Grog is not wrong.
Stuck in a death trap, no way out. Zombies always eat the little guy first. They know how delectable I am. Ah!
Oh.
Get a hold of yourself.
Hey, I mean, that was kind of hot.
Nobody move.
Ah! Skip!
Stanley!
What? Hopefully it's not like The Walking Dead where you become a zombie. It's just a bite.
Could be worse.
How?
Could be my arm.
Yeah, protect your man.
Not dead yet. In fact, we make a pretty good team.
Mm-hmm. Oh! What?
Necrosis. He'll lose the arm within the hour.
No!
Hour? What? No, I need this arm for, like, stuff.
Yeah.
Man, you want me to whack it off?
Yeah, you may have to if I lose it.
Okay, hold still.
No,
What?
no,
Not yet.
stop. Last resort.
We don't have time for this.
We don't have time to deal with somebody's arm being bitten. I got nervous. I ripped my nail, so I'm filing it.
This is nice. Maybe we just live in this alley for forever. Why did I say that?
Yep. Famous last word. Oh. Well, at least he's not dead. Dish.
Yeah, I don't mean to rush you. Then don't.
Oh.
Get it, you're smart.
What did he just do? Did he make it like a bigger gun? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With the coat waving in the wind? Hell yeah.
Hey, do that again.
Yeah.
I could. Sadly, it's still a work in progress.
And he only got one roll.
Science! Lay
Oh,
waste
there
to
he
them.
is. Vetemir.
Who, me? Perhaps you are confused. We gnomes all look alike, don't you know? You know, on second glance, I do recognize lightning.
Hey.
No?
I don't want anything to happen to Archie. Yeah, Percy, do something.
No. Archie.
Percy, come on!
He's gone, Percy. Come on.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Keyleth.
Kiki, where did that come from?
Uh-huh.
I'm not really sure.
Inside.
Have I mentioned you're amazing?
Yes, yes, she's the tits. We still have to go.
At least she didn't like say something mean.
Now it's your turn to lead them.
You gotta.
Can't be me, Cassandra.
It
I'm not
can.
a leader.
Yes,
I
you
ran.
are.
But you're here now. Yours wasn't the only life shattered that day.
I am Lord Percival Frederick Stein von Musel Kolowski de Rollo III.
Well, it's a big name.
On the day the Briarwoods took Whitestone, I watched my family die. We have all lost. But Archie never feared, never wavered. He willingly gave his life for all of us, for Whitestone. Today is for Archie, for the DeRollos, for Whitestone!
Proud of you, buddy.
Let's kill everything!
Oh, worst time to have performance issues.
Aw. You gotta go left, Scanlan. You know he's ambidextrous.
You know I'm in love with you, right?
Wait. What? Now? I mean, this is like the worst time.
Oh, he thought maybe he was gonna die.
It was an honor fighting with you.
It was a valiant effort, friend.
Oh. Is it Pike? Yeah! Stop, girl. Heal him.
Marry me?
Okay, let's do it. Right now.
Wait,
Yes.
What? Seriously?
Do it.
No. It's good to see you too, Scanlan. I'm...
I miss you so much. Are you dead?
Astral projection.
Your ass what?
I still felt that bear hug, though, which
Aw.
definitely hurt.
Look at you fucking superhero. Jaw dropping. Hell yeah, Pike. Suck it, Delilah.
The legend's back. Oh yes, he's back. Hop on, I'll give you a ride. Get ready to fly.
Fabulous. Oh. Yeah, it was right. He's just hacking through this guy.
Mine fell first.
Gronk had the bigger one.
Deadmire!
Oh.
That's for Archie.
Mm.
You'll answer to the people of Whitestone, and may they show you all the mercy you showed them.
Hell yeah.
The Dawnfather called and we answered. I think I know a sign when I see one.
Oh, I'm so happy Pike came back. Is she gonna heal the sun tree? Oh.
May your weapons strike with the divine virtue of the Everlight. Now go crush some fucking heads!
With the Pale God protecting the castle gate, the best way in is...
Our hidden tunnel.
I'm sure they know
was
about
good
that.
enough to
though.
hide from nannies and tutors.
And know-it-all older brothers.
Huh?
I wish I could go back and do things differently.
I know.
But you can't. You just have to move forward. That's what I say.
Percy, your castle is, nice.
This is the dungeon, Keyleth. The Briarwoods will be found elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
Is someone
Do
there?
their powers get amplified from the Residium?
Did I hear you say you were looking for the Briarwoods? I can take you to them. If you free me.
It's a trick.
This is the only freedom I offer you.
Percy, wait!
Hiking from the outskirts of town near the Bramblewood, from a family with an unsavory reputation round the hood.
Really? Like, I have to listen to it. If it's Scanlan singing, I have to listen to it. Okay, so that's it. I swear I didn't know anything about this episode going into it, and I feel like I kind of like said exactly what happened. It was like Grog's gonna swing an axe, Vex is gonna shoot some arrows. We're gonna get probably a power up from Keyleth, although I thought she was gonna have like her goof up, like set something on fire or shoot electricity at a dragon that is fights with electricity. But wow, her power up, and I did not expect an "I'm in love with you" from Vax. That was delightful, and her response is immediately like, "Really? Now?" I don't blame her, but at the same time, I think he thought he was gonna die, and that was a really good time to at least say the thing that he needed to say before the end was gone. Or before the end was near. Whatever. You guys know what I mean. But Pike. As soon as I see the yellow in the sky, I was like, I didn't think of an astral projection. Grog and his, "Your ass what?" Oh my gosh. I am so happy to see her back, and she's so confident. And she's being this very high-powered superhero. She's bringing it with the Everlight, and she's kind of speaking like this cleric would, but then is very Pike by saying "Let's kill these motherfuckers." I love it. I love it. I didn't really, it's not that I didn't like her character, but moments like that make you just kind of go oh, that was in there the whole time. She just wasn't confident. Got it. It seems like Vex is okay with Keyleth now. She kind of has like I said, a close kind of ness to Percy. I totally thought Scanlan was gonna lose an arm. I was like with all the work that he does probably with his hands, whether it's musical instruments or other things, I feel like he would be ambidextrous. So even if he did, he could just flip it and play. But I don't know how I don't know how that works. But I'm glad Pike showed up and saved his arm. I love it. Oh, an exciting moment, and how happy Grog was to see her and to have her back. And I mean, she's still with them, but she's astral projecting. So I don't know when she physically reappears. I thought it was going to be the last episode or something. I did not expect that in this episode, but I am not going to complain. And it's so funny how it's Vax is just how do they move so quickly? That's what I'm saying. How do zombies move so quickly? They should have degraded muscle tissue and shouldn't be able to move. Tendons and all that shit shouldn't work as well. Anyway. So sad about Archie. Did not expect that. What a gruesome end, but he went out like a boss, and he saved Scanlan. Such a cool moment. I thought we were gonna get a bigger fight scene with Vetemire. And it was just over so quickly. Percy's shock, but it was also the thing that pulled a lot of that emotion out of him, so he could then be a leader for everybody in Whitestone. Obviously I don't think Percy stays in Whitestone. So Cassandra might end up being the person that would take over depending on how the Briarwoods go, but it was so nice to get that background scene with the Briarwoods and how they became what they are. It's very much a couple that is in love with each other, and she was willing to do anything to save him. The imagery of her holding on to him and not seeing his reflection, but also in the very beginning, like she's listening to his heartbeat and like she can tell that he's not well and that he's probably not going to make it. But then after she does her spell, and I think it's like summons a shadow, like her putting her hand back on his heart and her just saying, your heart, like she'll never hear his heartbeat again because he's dead. Her saying that they have to accelerate their plan. I don't know what their plan is. Like I would imagine it's to be like all powerful or something, but it could be that they can like, I don't know, like bring him back to life and he's not a vampire anymore maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the plan is, but I want to know. The person down in the dungeon, I don't trust. To me, I was like, that's Delilah in disguise. But Percy seemed to recognize this person. And I don't know. Have they been down there like since he was a kid? So interested to see that in the next episode, which I will be watching right after I'm done filming this. It was nice to see the entire town rally behind Percy, be uplifted by Percy. It was nice to see, once Pike showed up, the everybody else came forward, that it was a sign, that Pike being there was a sign. That was the sign that they were waiting for the Starfather. I'm really bad at remembering that stuff. I'm sure they'll mention again. Or you guys could just tell me down in the comments below. Who was the one lady waiting for? I hope that cleared that up. That was a awful question to ask because there's absolutely no information to back it up. But pretty much she's just like looks at Pike and she's like, that's our sign. So whoever the father that she was talking about. Anyway, if you want details, this is the place to be. I'm such a mess sometimes. And Scanlan being like, marry me. I think he was being serious. And she was like, sure. And he's like, oh. I love that. They need to be together. Like, I like the whole Keyleth Bax thing now. Especially after that whole scene, and that he was the one that said, I'm in love with you, right? Like she didn't say it. He said it. That's awesome. But I think Scanlan might need to say something to Pike. And by the way, I love when they use their powers together. The hand of Scanlan chucking Grog and Grog and Vax taking down both of those giants the way that they did. Very gruesome. Wonderful. Very gruesome. I love when they have those moments. It's so delightful. Okay, guys, if you want to catch the full-length reaction, it will be available on my Patreon and as up to 1 episode early, maybe 2. It really depends. It is, January is a tough month because not only am I just now finishing up Wednesday, but we have The Bad Batch that recently started, The Last of Us that will be starting this coming weekend, and then we'll have this show starting the 2nd season at the end of the month, plus the other shows I'm still watching, like House of the Dragon, The Expanse. I'm trying to think of the ones that I have not mentioned in this. So far so good, and we'll be coming out with some movie reactions, The Glass Onion, John Wick 3. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, remember to get notifications so when the new season is posted, you will know on top of all of these. It's exciting. God, I love this show. Like, sometimes I like sit down and I'm like, okay, like I'm here to have fun, and then I just always have like a blast. It's so uplifting. I love the show. Like, there's sad moments, there's happy moments, there's emotional moments, there's moments that like I cackle and I know I shouldn't, or I know I should, but like morally maybe I shouldn't. There's like certain situations and certain things that are said that like would make some people blush, and they light me up inside. So I just enjoy this show so much, even without knowing any of the background of it, the storylines behind it, the campaigns, all of that. it's delightful on its own. And I can only imagine, like, when you guys are seeing things that you heard happen in the campaign and you've been following along with it, like how geeked and excited you get about that. And like the critters in the comments and on my Patreon have been fantastic. You guys are just a great bunch. And like, really, like, you are probably people that I would hang out with outside and do stuff with because you're my people. So I appreciate you a lot. And with that being said, I'm going to jump into the next episode, but I'll see ya.